Welcome, Denver East ninth graders and parents of freshmen, as you enter this school year as the class of 2024. While it has been a unique start to this school year, I have appreciated the incredible commitment that our students have made to being present and so very successful in these early stages of remote learning. Thank you, freshman parents, for your ongoing support and for your presence at this meeting. At this meeting, we will provide you with the detailed information that you need to successfully support your students through an exciting and unique year of school. We will have an amazing experience together in the land of the angels.
Hello, East High School. My name is John Namolsky. I'm one of the assistant principals here at East. I support and work with our science department and our world language department, and also supporting all our English language learners and their families. I'm originally from the great state of Ohio. I went to Ohio University, and what I love about East is that there really is something for everybody here, whether it's theater, arts, sports, clubs, anything that you want to do here at East, you can do. What I really want to tell you is that we are so grateful that you're part of East. You are important as you represent and make East a better place. So welcome to East High School. Go Angels.
Hi Angels, I'm Miss Dylan, Assistant Principal here at East High School. I'm from Brazil. Se você está entendendo o que eu estou falando, provavelmente fala espanhol ou português. I went to university at Texas A&M, University Corpus Christi on a volleyball scholarship, and I love East because here you can pursue your passions, whatever they may be, and because we have amazing teachers, kind and welcoming students. Welcome to East.
Welcome Angels, my name's Karina Goodwin. I'm the Family and Community Engagement Coordinator for East. I've been with East since December, so I'm fairly new, but I'm loving every minute of it. I am a Colorado native. I went to Grandview High School and then I went to the University of Kansas and I came right back. And I'm loving being with East. My main role is to support you and your families, make sure you have a good point of contact, as well as support other community members. And I think my favorite thing about East is definitely the East Angel spirit that you guys bring every day you walk into the door. You make it a great place to work and a great place to learn, and I can't wait to meet you.
Hello, East Angels class of 2024. My name is Tarita Walker and I am one of your assistant principals working with the English and Arts Department. I am from Chicago, Illinois and attended Southern Illinois University in Carbondale, Illinois. I'm extremely excited to welcome you to the land of the angels, and I'm super excited to begin my 13th year as a member of our staff. But I'm even more excited about having the opportunity to work with you in your class. One of the things I love most about East is our inclusive community that allows us so many opportunities to experience so many great things each and every day. I welcome you to the land of the angels. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi East Angels, I'm Dr. Davis, I'm your athletic director. I went to college at Piedmont, which is a small school in North Georgia. I played basketball and softball there. I finished my PhD at Georgia State. I'm excited to be back at East. I was there 10 years ago, and to be back as your athletic director is something I'm extremely excited about. I'd love for you guys to consider coming out for sport or activity, just to stay active. If you need anything from me, please let me know.
The East School Counseling Department is so excited to connect with each of your children. They are important to us, and even though they cannot walk through our doors in person, our counseling offices are open for virtual meetings and check-ins. In this remote setting, we want to continue to connect and build relationships with your child. The slide that you can see has each counselor's name and their caseload, as well as their email address.
Welcome East High Angels class of 2024. We feel lucky at East High School to have 3 counselors to help ninth graders with academic, social, emotional, and post-secondary needs. Ms. LaFleur works with ninth graders whose last names fall between A and K. Ms. Goodman works with ninth graders whose last names fall between L and Z. Ms. Curran works with all AVID students, including ninth graders. After 9th grade, your student will move to a 10th through 12th grade counselor. If you look at this list, you can see which 10th through 12th grade counselor your student will move to after 9th grade. Counselors can help students with all sorts of things. We provide social emotional support, and so that is support for things like stressors or the transition for high school. We offer academic support, so support about your classes, your schedule, about homework, things like that. We also provide post-secondary planning, and so that is your plan during and after high school, where you want to go. Do you want to go to college? What kind of career you want to get? That kind of thing. Email is the best way to make an appointment with your counselor. So in order to graduate from high school, not only do you have to take certain classes and pass those classes, but you also have to take your ICAP lessons every year. ICAP stands for Individual Career Academic Plan. These are activities and lessons that help you learn about yourself, your interests and strengths, and help you prepare for your future. Counselors will be working with you throughout your year on your ICAP plans. In order to graduate from a DPS high school, you must take and pass certain classes. Those classes include 4 years of language arts or English, including English 1 and English 2, 4 years of math, including algebra, geometry, and algebra 2, 3 years of science, and 2 of those need to be lab science, and the lab sciences are earth science, biology, chemistry, and physics, 3 years of social studies, including 1 year of U.S. history and 1 semester of civics, 2 semesters of physical education, and we do get a lot of questions about physical education. Sports can exempt that PE credit, but does not give you credit. So if you take 2 seasons and are eligible for 2 seasons of sports, that can exempt your PE credit. You have to take 2 semesters of fine arts, and those include visual arts, drama, music, photography. And then for world language, DPS does not require world language to graduate. However, East High School does recommend 3 to 4 years because colleges are really looking for that. And then 8 additional elective units. In order to receive credit for a class, students must pass that class by receiving an A, B, C, or D grade. GPA stands for grade point average. If you look at that list, your grade point average points for AP classes and honors classes is a little bit higher than it is for non-honors classes, and that is to reflect the added challenge given to those AP and honors classes. Students earn 0.5 units by passing 1 semester class, and 1 unit for passing the whole year. If a student fails the class or earns an F in the class, they do not earn credits and will need to repeat that class. To be considered on track to graduate by the end of freshman year, students must have passed the full year of English and the full year of math, and have earned at least 6 units. In addition to passing your classes and completing your ICAP lessons, students must also show minimum competency in English and math in order to graduate from high school. One way to do that is to take one of the following tests that I have on this list and getting the scores in English and math that I have on this table. Another way is for students to go through their classes and to complete their capstone requirements. Capstone requirements are requirements that are starting in their freshman year in their classes, and just an additional way to show this competency in math and English. The reason why I'm going through all these different requirements is I think it's really important for everyone to understand that freshman year really matters. When you apply to go to college in the fall of your senior year, 1/3 of your GPA on your transcript is from your freshman year. And if you want to get scholarships and free money to go to college, it's a really good idea to make it a goal to try to get a GPA of a 3.0 or higher, and that is earning mostly A's and B's. And I really think that is attainable here at East High School if you utilize your resources. And so talk to your teachers, talk to your counselor. We have a link crew group for 9th graders, 12:30 to 1 o'clock on Wednesdays. And so talk to your link leader, get involved. Also, we have a tutorial time, extra support with teachers, 12:30 to 1 o'clock on Wednesday. So reach out to your teachers for those appointments to make sure you're getting the best grades possible and doing your best your freshman year. With the change to online learning and becoming so dependent on technology, we have understandably gotten a lot of questions about technology. So for your Chromebook, if you have a DPS Chromebook, your username is your DPS student ID. Your password is the student's 8-digit birthday. So 2 digits for the month, 2 digits for the day, 4 digits for the year. And if you need assistance with logging into your Chromebook, please email Mr. Adams or Ms. Hepperly. Every student registered in DPS has a DPS Gmail account. In order to access your DPS account, which is a .NET account, go to the page googlesupport.dpsk12.net/home/students, click on the red DPS login in the middle of the page, and then you'll be taken to a login screen. Your username is your student ID, your password is your 8-digit birthday unless you've had your password changed, and you'll need to log into your DPS email account before being able to get onto Schoology. If you need help accessing your DPS.net Gmail account, please email either Mr. Adams or Ms. Hepperly.
Hi students, this is Miss Goodman and I will be taking over from here in the second half of the presentation, and we will be talking about how to log into your student portal, how to check your schedule and make sure you have all the classes that you need, how to make sure you're understanding how to read the schedule, and then we'll also talk about logging into Schoology and some tips to be successful in high school and during remote learning. So the first thing that we're going to do is learn how to log into your student portal. So you'll see on the screen the link for myportal.dpsk12.org. Go ahead and click on that link, and then once you get into that, you are going to click Log In to Student Portal. And once you're in this portal, you'll be able to check your classes, your grades, your tardies, attendance, your grade point average once your grades are finalized at the end of the quarters, and more. So you're really going to want to get comfortable logging into this at least weekly to see where you're at in your class. And once you're into the student portal, like everything else, if there's one thing to remember, it's when in doubt, use your student ID number as your username, and then your password is your 8-digit birthday. So 2 for the month, 2 for the day, and then 4 for the year. And then you should be able to go ahead and get logged in. So for parents and guardians, if you are also wanting access to see your students' grades and attendance and tardies and what their grade point average is at the end of the quarters, you also can create a parent account in the portal. So to do that, you're going to go to the same website, myportal.dpsk12.org. And if you don't have an account, you can create an account on this site, and the directions to do that are right here on the screen. So you're just going to create an account, fill in your information, and click submit. And then it can take up to 7 to 10 days, and you just will need to continually check your email for that account information and confirmation. If you have any issues with that process at all, again, please reach out to Mr. Adams or Ms. Hepperly, and their emails are linked on the bottom of this screen as well. And in the meantime, while you're waiting to get your parent portal set up, you can also just go ahead and log in as the student, again, using the student ID number as a username and then the password that your student's 8-digit birthday. All right, students and families, so now we're just going to spend a little bit of time talking about this schedule. So now that you're a few weeks in, hopefully you have a good understanding of this, but we also have quite a few new students coming in, and I just want to spend some time making sure that everybody understands how their schedule works. So the biggest thing to know is that we have an AM schedule here at East during remote and hybrid learning, and a PM schedule. So for AM schedules, that's going to be students with the last names A through LEU. So on this slide, we have an example of a student schedule that falls between those last names. So students with a morning schedule will have periods 1 through 4, and that will be in the mornings, and they'll have 4 courses during quarter 1, and then 3 courses during quarter 2, which will start October 19th up until winter break. So when you go into your student portal, it might look a little bit different than this, but what you're going to do first is to, once you're into your portal, click on transcripts and then schedule. And once you get into that, you'll probably see some RM1s, RM2s, and RLWs. The big thing to look at right now is to just look at the RLW schedule to determine which classes match up with which period. And we'll talk a little bit more about the actual schedule and the times that you're going to log in here in a few slides. So on this student schedule, the geometry class would be period 1. The technology applications class would be period 2. The geography honors class would be period 3. And then the biology class would be period 4. So essentially what that means is that English, world language, and one other elective for this example student, they'll have during quarter 2, since that's not on their quarter 1 schedule. So now we're going to look at the afternoon schedule students. So this would be students who have the last names between the letters L-E-V and Z. And again, what you're going to do is you're going to log into your student portal like we just learned how to do, and then on your screen you're going to click transcripts and then schedule. And again, just like we did with the morning schedule example student, we are, just to simplify things, going to look at the RLW column. So in the RLW column on this student schedule, they do not have any courses 1 through 4. It doesn't mean they're missing. It's just because they are an afternoon student. So students with the afternoon schedule, for the purposes of what we're talking about today, we're going to call periods 5 through 8. So for this student, their period 5 is Spanish, their period 6 is men's choir, their period 7 is speech, and their period 8 is geography honors. So again, even though you don't see English, math, and science this quarter, that means that it'll be on their schedule for quarter 2. All right, students, so now that you have figured out how to log into your student portal and you've determined which classes line up with which period, now we're just going to talk about the times that you're actually logging into your online classrooms versus the times that you will be doing independent learning and completing work on your own. So we're going to start with our morning students. So again, that is students with last names A through LEU. You'll notice in yellow, those are going to be the times that you're actually logging in and connecting with your teachers and your classmates via Google Meet. And you can find your Google Meet links by logging into your Schoology page, and each of your teachers will have your classroom links listed on your Schoology. So for morning students, they have periods 1 through 4. And on Monday and Thursday morning, they're going to log into their periods 1 and 2. On Tuesday and Friday morning, they're going to log into their periods 3 and 4. And then on Wednesday, it's a little bit of a shortened period, but they'll connect with each one of their teachers and classes. In the afternoons, you'll notice those times are in white on this schedule in front of you. That is their independent, or what we call asynchronous learning time, where students should be completing work on their own. So this is a suggested guide for which classes that they can focus on during those time frames. And then in blue, you'll notice some support times. So for ninth graders, every ninth grader is going to be assigned a link crew group. And this will be Wednesday afternoons from 12:30 to 1. They'll have the same Google Meet link that they use every Wednesday afternoon to get into their group. The group of students will stay the same. It'll be a way that they can get to know other ninth graders that aren't necessarily in their classes. And they'll also get a chance to connect with upperclassmen student leaders. So if students continue to attend these groups throughout the year, they can earn credit for being a part of this. And it's just another opportunity and way for them to get connected and to get their questions answered from student leaders. You'll also notice in blue from 12:30 to 1:30 that there is an optional online tutorial time. And essentially what tutorial time is that is a time that teachers have set aside to help students if they miss a class, if they're feeling confused one day and they need a little extra support. That would be a time to email your teacher, say, hey, can I check in with you during tutorial time this week so that I can get a little extra help on this? And then the time to do that will be scheduled by your teacher. So this is for morning students will essentially be the way that your days are structured each day of the week. All right, students, so now we are going to talk a little bit about those of you that land in Schedule B who will be attending your classes online in the afternoons. And again, those students are the students with last names that fall between the letters L-E-V and Z. So you'll notice in yellow, the times that you are logging into your online classes are between 12:30 in the afternoon and 3:40 in the afternoon. So on Mondays and Thursdays, you'll log into your period 5 and 6. On Tuesday and Friday, you'll log into your period 7 and 8. And then you'll notice on Wednesday, again, you'll have shortened periods, but you'll check in with each one of your 4 classes. Again, those support times are listed in blue, so you'll have a link crew 9th grade group of other students and upperclassmen leaders that you'll check in with every Wednesday between the times of 12:30 and 1, and you can earn credit for being in those classes, and you can get to know some other peers. And then from 12:30 to 1:30, if you need additional support or help or you want added challenge, that's going to be when you check in with your teacher and ask if you can schedule an appointment with them during that time for that extra support or assistance. All right, students, so now that you've figured out how to log into your Gmail, how to log into your portal, you understand what classes you have, now we're going to practice and review how to log into Schoology. So I know a lot of you have already been doing this for the last few weeks, which is great. And for those of you who are new to East, this will just help you understand how to log in. So the first thing that you need to make sure that you've done is that you've set up your DPS.net Gmail before you try logging into Schoology. So if you try to log into Schoology before you do that, it isn't going to work. So if you haven't done that yet, scroll back to the slides for instructions on how to set up your DPS Gmail account. Once you've set that up, you are going to use Schoology to access your classes. So to get there, you're going to go to schoology.dpsk12.org, or you can click the link that's on the page right here. You are going to be asked to enter your email address. And again, remember, this is going to be your school email, so don't put your personal one in or it isn't going to work. So your school email is just going to be your student ID number at dpsk12.net, and make sure you put net and not org, because if you put in org, it's not going to work for logging in. Then after you enter your email address, you're going to have another login page, and like always, when in doubt, always use your student ID number for your username and then your 8-digit birthday for your password. From there, you're going to be able to see all 4 of your quarter 1 classes in Schoology. Again, if you have any issues with logging in to whether that be Schoology or your student portal or your DPS Gmail, you're going to want to email Mr. Adams or Miss Hepperly, and their email links are right here on the page. You're going to want to email Mr. Adams or Miss Hepperly, and their email links are right here on the page. You're going to want to email Mr. Adams or Miss Hepperly, and their email links. So another question that we've been getting pretty frequently from parents is how parents can help support their child during remote learning. This is such an unusual time, and students are having to adapt and learn how to learn in different ways than you had to or I had to, and we are all learning together. And so here's a list of ideas that we've heard from students and families, and that we feel as a counseling team really help students to be successful in this unusual time that we are in. So the first thing is to help your student to create a structured schedule for their day that has them utilizing both the synchronous, the live and online learning time, as well as the asynchronous and independent learning time. So instead of students just thinking at the end of their Google Meet classroom sessions that the rest is free time, really encourage them to keep using that asynchronous time that's built into the schedule that we talked through to complete their assignments and complete their reading for their classes so that they're staying on top of the workload. Another idea is to help your student to set up a learning station area within your home that has limited distractions and isn't too comfortable and doesn't encourage napping or resting during time when they should be engaging in learning. Another idea is to log into Schoology with your student and to help them look into each course's syllabus and find the Google Meet links and identify office hours with teachers if they need additional support or assistance. Again, with the student portal, I would really encourage families to have at least once a week a time on the calendar that you and your family can sit down to log into the portal, to check your grades, to check your attendance, to see if you have any missing assignments or tardies. And instead of letting those things snowball and only checking it every few weeks or months where students can get really overwhelmed if there's more missing than they thought that they had, if you do that every week, it feels much more manageable for students to get things turned in that they need to do without feeling overwhelmed by a mountain of missing work. Another idea is to encourage your student to really be proactive and to encourage them to reach out the moment that they have a question or concern. So parents, absolutely, you are welcome to email and reach out to us as well, but we really do want to start in 9th grade, passing that responsibility on to students because we know it's going to help them not only be more successful in high school, but also after high school. And if you reach out to Ms. LaFleur or me or another counselor, we can help connect you with teachers or the staff member to support you with whatever you're struggling with. And then parents, the last idea is we do host parent-teacher conferences, or if a teacher invites you to a meeting to help work together to help your student be successful. We know everybody has a busy schedule, but the more you can attend those, the better, because we know and realize that you know your student so much more than any of us do, and we really want to create that partnership where we're working together to help your student find success at East. Create that partnership where we're Another question that Ms. LaFleur and I frequently get is about post-secondary planning. And what post-secondary planning means is it's just preparing for what you want to do after high school. So we are here to support in that process and starting as early as 9th grade to start thinking ahead about what you want to do after high school and how to connect those dots with what you're doing now. So regardless of if you want to go to a 2-year college, a 4-year college, a technical school, military, or directly into the workforce, here's a list of ideas that can help prepare you for the most opportunity when you go to graduate high school. So the first piece is that, just to reiterate, 9th grade really does matter. So work hard in your classes. Make sure your attendance and your participation is strong. Work to keep your grades up and to have a strong grade point average foundation, because 1/3 of your grade point average when you will go to apply to college comes from 9th grade. Another piece is school and community involvement. So we know that not only do involved students perform better in school, it also just makes for a better experience for students and how much they enjoy high school and how connected they are and how much fun they have here. So there's a few different ways that students can choose to get involved depending on what they're interested in. We have a ton of different clubs to choose from, and you can reach out to Team McDonald for a list of what some of those things are, and you can connect with other students that share similar passions and interests. And if there isn't one that you really gravitate towards, know that you can start your own, and you can find a staff member and communicate that out and find other like-minded students in the school to connect with. You also can reach out to our athletics director and hear about different sports that you can get involved in throughout the school year and the different seasons. You also could reach out to community organizations and find ways to get connected and to volunteer in the community and to give back to the community. Another piece that's really important for students to start thinking about is the variety of different ways that they demonstrate their curiosity, their passions, and their strengths. So there's a few different ways that students can do this. They, of course, can do it through the classes that they choose by challenging themselves in honors and AP courses in their areas of strength and taking classes that align with the areas that they're interested in. They can also work to find internships or work opportunities that have to do with something that they might want to explore doing after high school, or a club that relates to something that they're passionate or interested in. The other idea is regarding PSAT testing and the ways that they can practice and prepare for the junior year SAT. And the SAT is just a benchmark test that many colleges and scholarships use as a means for determining acceptance, as one means for determining acceptance to schools and scholarship opportunities. So in April of students' 9th grade year and 10th grade year, they will take the PSAT, which is essentially a practice SAT, for students to start familiarizing themselves with the format of SAT and to gain additional insight into their areas of strength and areas that they might need to strengthen before taking the SAT their junior year. So one way that students can start preparing and practicing is through Khan Academy. And the link to that is linked right here. And on this website, students can link their PSAT scores that they'll take in April, and it will create a customized program for them to help them practice things they're already strong in and strengthen areas that they might need to strengthen. There's also opportunity for students to take practice full SATs, and again, another way that students can start determining areas that they need to work in and understanding their areas that they're already very strong in. So 9th graders, this wraps up our presentation. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us, and we hope that you learned something along the way. Our hope is that you're feeling more confident and ready to navigate and jump into this year at East. Ms. LaFleur and I want you to know that we are here to help and support you, and we want you to have a fun, positive experience in high school. If you have any additional questions or concerns, please reach out to us via email. Thank you so much again. So 9th graders, this wraps up our presentation. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us, and we hope that you learned something along the way. Our hope is that you're feeling more confident and ready to navigate and jump into this year at East. Ms. LaFleur and I want you to know that we are here to help and support you, and we want you to have a fun, positive experience in high school. If you have any additional questions or concerns, please reach out to us via email. Thank you so much again.
Welcome, class of 2024. My name is Elisa Spratt. I'm one of the school psychologists here. And we are all located, the mental health professionals are all located down in the health clinic, which is at the back of the school building behind the theater area in front of the Commons. So come see us if you need anything. We're happy to have you down and we'll chat. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Anita Curtis. I am also one of your school psychologists. I am here normally 5 days a week, and I graduated from the University of Northern Colorado, go Bears, and one of the things that I miss the most about East High School is just walking through the hallways, so I'm excited to get to see you guys and meet you guys as soon as I can.
Hi, I'm Jenny DeVos. I'm another one of the school psychologists. I'm here Monday through Friday while we're at school. I went to the University of Missouri-Columbia. Go Tigers! And I'm looking forward to get to know all of you.
Hi, I'm Lauren Nichols. I'm your school health professional. Essentially that means I come and talk to you guys about drugs and alcohol. I went to University of Oregon, go Ducks, and I'm also located in the clinic. My favorite thing about East is the energy that you guys have. I can't wait to have pep rallies again.
Hi, I'm Emily Gatto. I'm East High School's school nurse. I went to the University of Alabama, Roll Tide. I am also down in the clinic with everybody else here Monday through Friday, and I just can't wait to be back in school.
I'm Heather Gardner, school social worker. I went to University of Denver, and I'm proud to work at East High School and look forward to meeting all of you.
Hi, I'm Whitney McCormick. I'm a school psychologist here at East as well as the Section 504 coordinator. I graduated from the Ohio State University, and one of my favorite things about East is that we're just one big family. And so you'll soon learn that, and so I'm really excited that you all get to join us and be a part of the family.
Hi, I'm Officer Matlock. I'm Officer Amana. And we're your SROs here at East High School. We're here just to make sure that you guys go to school in the same place, so if you guys need anything, hit us up.
Yep, we'll work with you. We're here anytime. If you need us, let us know. You're more than welcome to reach out.
With that being said, we can't wait to meet you. Hope everything's well with your family. Go Angels.
Welcome. This is T. McDonald, Director of Student Activities. High school is a busy time full of new challenges and opportunities for both students and parents. I hope that you will find this information helpful. Students should take some time to explore the club link and the volunteer and job links on the website, as these will aid students in becoming involved and well-rounded angels. If you do not see a club that interests you, think about starting your own. If you have a volunteer opportunity you would like to share, please let me know. All it takes is reaching out to me and I will get you set up. At East, we encourage every angel to find something that interests them and to become involved in their school and community. We believe that we have something for everyone. The next few slides have information around clubs, volunteer opportunities, and yearbooks. As always, if you have questions, please email me. I look forward to supporting you and your student throughout this year.
my name is Cameron Bertrand, and I am here to talk to you tonight about EFAF. And EFAF stands for East Angels Friends and Alumni Foundation. We're a lot like the PTSA. We work closely with the PTSA to support East High School. We're sort of like two organizations in one. The first thing we are is the school's alumni association, so we communicate with alumni and keep them connected with East and communicate. And the second thing we do there is we induct famous members, past alumni, into Heritage Hall. If you haven't seen Heritage Hall, it's up on the 3rd floor, and it's kind of a neat thing. And we also run the school's museum, which is up on the 4th floor, I think, on your way to the clock tower. Also pretty cool. And then the second thing we are is a 501c3 foundation that raises money to support East High School. And we support it in 4 very specific ways. The first way is, and most important way, is student support. We run a food pantry out of the school for low-income kids and their families to make sure that they can access fresh, healthy food every day. And the second thing we do, another thing we do there is run a student support office where kids can come in and access school supplies, bus passes, funding for extracurricular or AP. And the whole goal of that exercise is really just to make sure that every kid who comes to East High School can take full advantage of how awesome East is. The second way we support the school is through teacher grants. So every year we make about $50,000 in grants to our teachers so that they can pursue projects oftentimes involving kids, and they can do that without having to come out of pocket. A third way that we support the school is through scholarships. So every year in the spring, EFAF makes about $50,000 in scholarships to graduating seniors heading off to college. They're need-based and merit-based, and we also work with other scholarship providers to give them a chance to direct them towards school. So last year we directed almost $150,000 in scholarships to East kids. And the last way is through buildings and grounds, and we have this great old building, and we try to work with the district and the administration to constantly strive to make it better. We worked to bring about the student-based, school-based health clinic that recently opened up, which is great. And we also recently installed a projector in the auditorium. And we're hoping that one day soon all of us will get back into that auditorium and be able to use it again. So you guys have a great night. If you want to learn more about EFAF, you can go to the internet, eastangelfriends.org, but you can also just Google East Angels Friends and Alumni Foundation, and you can learn how to participate and or support through donations and all that kind of great stuff. Take care.
Hi, I'm Mina Goldstein with the East PTSA. School may be different this year, and pretty much everything may be different, but East PTSA is still here for the whole East community. We're adaptable and our meetings may be virtual, but our impact is palpable. This year, we will have virtual meetings with John Youngquist. Our first meeting is coming up on September 24th, Thursday at 6 p.m. Look for the virtual link in the eastptsa.org website. We'll also be having teacher appreciation activities. We'll be having grant giving opportunities for student groups. We'll have service projects to help support teachers and students. Families and friends, please get involved as you see fit. The school is grateful for any amount of your time. A couple of ways to immediately help are to volunteer as treasurer and secretary for East PTSA. Also, sign up your King Soopers loyalty card to get cash back for East PTSA. Go to eastptsa.org for more information.
Hi, I'm Liz Rutledge, the Wellness Chair for the PTSA. Part of my function has been producing the Angel Talks, which are great videos to give you information on how to have well relationships with your student and with your families. There are a variety of topics up there on the eastptsa.org website, but the one I'd like to bring your attention to at this time is the one about social media and consent. There are very good topics covered, and this is a great resource at a great time because it's all online and available to you at any time. Be sure to take care of yourself and be well.
Hello, I'm Carla Vitt. I'm representing the East After Prom contingent of the PTSA. And East is so blessed to have a strong parent group that provides a free, safe party for kids to keep safe after prom. As we all know, this year looks a little different than most, but we are very determined to celebrate our students and our seniors this year. So please find our link on the PTA website also. We are currently looking for volunteers, and we're always looking for donations and all hands on deck to make this year really celebratory for our students.
Covering Colorado First tonight, students at Denver's East High School are wrapping up their prom right now, but for many of them, that means the night is just getting started. Parents, teachers, and volunteers are making sure the kids have a fun place to go after the dance to keep them safe and out of trouble. Good evening, I'm Kathy Walsh. Thank you for joining us. Michael Abeda is live at East, where the students will start showing up shortly. And Michael, this is a $30,000 party?
Yeah, Kathy, there is a lot of cool stuff here. There's a lot to do here, which is a great thing because keeping hundreds of kids entertained for 4 hours, well, that can be quite a challenge.
Somebody sank the battleship into the AC.
These aren't set designers or party planners scrambling to decorate the halls of East High School in Denver.
Today I sent a surgeon out to run an errand for me to pick up balloons from Party City.
They're parents of seniors at the school, and they're all pitching in to throw their kids an epic after-prom party.
We're running on adrenaline.
Bernie Slowly and Lizzie Treat are part of the East High School PTSA. For 30 years, the group has been organizing this after-prom for East seniors. The hope is that kids will go back to East after the dance, where they will be safe, instead of somewhere they might regret later.
The best thing is that the smiles on their faces, that they're all safe, that they're able to come home.
It shouldn't be a hard decision to go back to East after prom either. They have oversized board games, a video game arcade, yard games, a casino, a silent disco, game shows they can play with live hosts, and something every teenager enjoys, food.
We are over the top a little bit because we want the kids to stay.
The best part, it doesn't cost the students anything to attend, but it does cost money in the form of donations and about 15,000 hours of volunteer time from their parents. But if you ask these exhausted amateur party planners if it's worth it,
oh yes.
Oh, is that okay to say?
Now, the training for next year has already begun as the senior parents have been teaching the junior parents how to pull something like this off. The party goes until 4 a.m. Sunday, and that's a good thing because those kids, they're going to be wound up after dancing the night away, and they'll have a lot of cool things to do here. There's also going to be a lot of security. I actually think I might volunteer to do a little bit of security, specifically guarding my high score on this Spider-Man pinball game here. In East High School, Michael Aveta, covering Colorado First.
I don't know if you'll hold on to that, Michael. Thanks so much.